The dwarven clans have united to defend Moria here against an old rival, the Elves of Lindon, and their kingdoms are here as well. And we have, yeah, a whole bunch of Elven kingdoms here fighting against a whole bunch of dwarven ones. And already, yeah, there's the first bit of contact there between some Noldorian equestrians and also some Eredmithran nobles there. The three factions we have in today's game for the dwarves, I believe, are Eredmithran. I do believe we also have the Iron Hills somewhere as well. There they are. And then I think the final Dwarven faction is way over here as well, which is Khazad Dum. So we do have the War of the Mountains submod on, which adds a whole bunch of Dwarven factions. We also have Warriors of Ardor and Last Breath on in today's game. So yeah, a whole cocktail of submods to bring you a whole cocktail of factions. And yeah, this should be a fun one. It's on a different Moria map to what we usually play on. I think I've played on this one a couple of times. It's an unfortified settlement, technically. But it does just kind of just acts like a normal sort of like wall settlement. I feel like most of the Moria ones do. They kind of just like seem and act like just normal wall settlements. Because it's just like you go from one hall to the next. And yeah, they're pretty much fortresses in their own self. And it looks like, yeah, we've got the Eredmithran player here setting up axes to try and stop these Elven cav here. Not going to achieve that. I don't know how wise an idea that is really, because you're just charging units that can't really, you know, defend themselves against cavalry there, against cavalry. Certainly maybe a newer player sort of move there. I think there are quite a few newer players in this one, so I'll give them the benefit of the doubt with some silly moves. That's for sure. But yeah, we do have the Elves of Lindon on the attack, along with the Elves of Imladris over here. So Elrond and Serdan are allying together, I guess, and then they are not alone. They are going to be joined by over here. It looks like, oh my gosh, we go over all the hills. Let's have Thranduil and the Woodland Realm. So we do have a good, strong trio here. And looks like the whole Guardians are going to be matching up against. Looks like some Guards of Durin's Gate there with the Watchers of Miramir. So yeah, this should be a fun one. I mean, Khazad Dum defending their own halls, you know, a big thing for them. They want to obviously hold on to it. And yeah, it looks like both sides aren't really getting chances to set up. It's just straight into the meat grinder. We've got Eredmithran veterans here, I guess, trying to stop the Elves from really deploying in this hall. They're fighting against shipwright nobles. And you see the Eredmithran veterans are also about the shipwright nobles inflicting some casualties here. I just realized as well, unit size is a bit smaller, I feel like, because they're at 85. I feel like shipwright nobles are 100 when at full strength. And same with Noldorian archers. Why these guys are coming in, I don't know. Maybe just given the wrong order, but they are about to go into melee, which is a no-no, that is for sure. Back over on this side here, looks like, yeah, also Khazad Dum has also set up in this sort of choke, this sort of canyon here, and he is getting caught. And his archer fire coming down as well. Oh, that's from crossbows up here? Seriously? Wow. Okay, Khazad Dum, yeah, had this pair of Khazad crossbows up here. Firing, looping down. And yeah, they're getting some great shots into these forest sentinels if I can get down here. Yeah, they're shooting it all the way down into this. This is incredible. Nice angle, that's for sure. And yeah, that's causing them to win. I mean, I think they would have would have lost anyway to the champions under the mountain. But yeah, helps anyway. I mean, if I was the crossbows, I'd start shooting all these Lords of Lasgar and these Lasgar archers back here, which look like they are focusing down some more Khazad crossbows over here. They are starting to really lose that missile fight, but they have inflicted a lot of casualties, as you can see, onto Hall Guardians, so they're not bothering to shoot at archers, they're really shooting at the very dangerous polar. Anyway, my replay decided that it wanted to crash, so we are back pretty much where we left off. We have the Woodland Realm here moving forward. I think we're just about to see the Forest Sentinel re-engage over there, so we'll just let that go on. And while we're sort of catching up exactly where we left off, let's see what Imladris is up to. Imladris, taking his merry old time. He's got Elrond here coming forward with his his red axe unit instead that Warriors of Ardor brings instead of the Guards of Imladris. It just allows you to bring another Guards of Imladris without worrying about having a general in tow. But look, yeah, Imladris is really far behind. Actually, I don't know where the rest of his. That's just how big his army is. Is it just a tiny little army?
Our general is under
Looks
attack.
like it might be. I really do not know. We have got a bit of harassment still going on over here. Lindon is still trying to use his Noldorian questions. He's charging into spears. Not a good idea. Certainly it's not when there's Iron Guard as well. some of the toughest dwarves in Middle Earth. You don't want to be charging them. I'd charge Dane. They've left him quite open, though. Yeah, Dane has actually been fully exposed here by the Iron Hills. I would be charging him with my cav and just trying to assassinate him right now. They are still fighting over here as well in the front lines. We do have Guardians of the High King engaged here. That's the general going in, actually. I just realized Guardians of the High King is general. They need to be careful about him going in. They are sending a lot of units here into melee. I don't know if that's on purpose or what. Shock infantry is losing, but pikes now getting in here. Yeah, they just need to get out of this. Just a one-way choke point. Get the archers out there. Don't know why they were still in there. And the shock infantry gen out. Get them all out. And I try, if you can, to try and pathfind and get down those steps. See what, well, Elven Myth Noble's managing it. They just need to attack there instead where the pikes aren't. And then they'll be absolutely fine. What is this? Formation by the Boar Hunters as well. An interesting move, that is for sure. Here comes Imladris' army, so whether it was just all stacked up with each other or whether I just couldn't find it, it does actually seem a lot bigger than it did at first glance, and it is going to be going up in a 2v1 here against Iron Guards. Imladris, Guards and Imladris going in over there. Looks like the Woodland Realm just being able to push into this ravine very, very nicely. Not having really any issues there, mopping up their champions under the mountain. Did cost them that Forest Sentinel from crossbow fire, and I think now, yeah, the Gate Wardens are also getting shot up a little bit. They've also been inflicting a lot of damage onto these Hall Guardians and onto more Forest Sentinels. Been trying to just do as much damage to them rather than shoot the archers of the Elves. The archers of the Elves have started to inflict their own damage onto the infantry of the dwarves of Khazad Dum. Been shooting up these pikes here and also the spears, and they're just trying to just disregard the crossbows, just blast their way through that way. Yeah, Khazad Dum seems very stretched out, which I think is going to be his undoing here if he doesn't turn this around. So he needs to strike, I would say, at this force here in the ravine, get his crossbows to support and really just rush in there early, because I think Woodland Realm's making a mistake being really aggressive here, leaving his archers behind. With that archer, this crossbow here retreating, I think he can get some good like crossbow bolts into the flanks, charging with a shock, could do a lot of damage there to the Woodland Realm. And over here, yeah, still in a grueling stair fight. With the Elven nobles fighting against the shipwright nobles, just a battle of nobles. Elves are winning that, and these are tier 3 against tier 4. So yeah, just quality-wise they are better. We do have the Frost Guard here, which is a really, really cool pike unit. You see if I can get you a good view of it. Not really, you can sort of see it there. It looks quite cool. Big fan of that unit. I think even with like sword and shield looks very, very cool. Here goes the cav though into Dane. This is Imladris' cav now with his Noldorian horsemen going in, charging into these Dane Iron Foot here. And I think with the charge here from the Noldorian swords, they are going to kill Dane off. They had left him really open. Iron Hills, yeah, just leaving a couple of units to sort of deal with this Noldorian push from Imladris. And he's left all his crossbows to now go back over here. It looks like he's going to help Ered Mithrin. Not a great idea. I would have stayed and helped fight there, because I think you could have pinned in Imladris into these two sort of like gateways as he comes through, just kind of pinned him in there. That's not happening. And looks like also the cap point's slowly being capped. I think that is by the Noldorian Equestrians here, with Jar coming back out. Lindon just being a pain with them, which is not a bad idea. And there you go. Dane has gone. Really easy assassination, really, to be honest, and really poor from the Iron Hills. I know that maybe like newer players, but yeah, left their general really untouched, really easy to get. Yeah, very easy to access that general, and it now means the troops are going to fight obviously less effective, and they're going to be have less morale. I mean, you can see that rear charge from the Noldorian swords as well is going to probably just wipe out these Iron Guard. These are doing a really good job. Noldorian swords, some of the best shock infantry in the game for like their price and their tier. Really good. Big blob going on here. If I was Ered Mithrin, I would not be sending in so much. Just sending the bare minimum to hold back the dwarves. Sorry, to hold back the elves. And the same with the elves. Don't have to send in loads. Just send in enough to just sort of occupy the dwarves. But yeah, here we go. The offensive from the Woodland Realm. It's another Forest Sentinel that's sort of focused down. It's been shot to pieces as it's marched up here. Here comes the rest of the Woodland Realm, slowly marching forward as they also battle over here on this slope. Should be an easy Gate Warden victory here as they get rid of these guards of Durin's Gate. Again, though, this seems like a problem as Khazad Dum is just I think he's retreating gradually. He doesn't really want to fight here, but I think he could fight here. I mean, he's just playing a very sort of like hit and run tactic. It's effective tactic. He's inflicted a lot more losses, I feel like, onto the Woodland Realm. But he's not also been able to do a decisive blow to the Woodland Realm. I think he could have caught this early advance guard first, but instead he's just allowed them to, the two forces reunite. The Woodland Realm is now in one piece once again. Dorian spears, fighting on these steps, fighting looks like ball hunters here. I think these are some of these units here are Iron Hills. So Iron Hills has thrown so much over here, and by doing so, he's also thrown possibly the game, as his opponent Imladris has been able to just walk in. And this Cav here that's just managed to pin down so many arch units here, so many crossbows. And there's an Iron Guard in here, but it was a good charge. It was just such a great target. You cannot say no to it. So many crossbows are for the taking there. I mean, they're good crossbows as well, so I mean, it's take a bit to charge them down. But yeah, there's certainly one Iron Fortress Guardian there down at 38. Cav is going to pull out, probably go for another charge or something. There's an Archer General here, Aaron Mithrin's General, Dragon Tracker. And there's also more Dragon Trackers. So yeah, plenty of targets they can still go for, even with those Iron Guards defending the crossbows. They're being forced away from the battle anyway. They're not really being a great effect there. Great charge coming in here. Well, I say great. Decent charge for a tiny little unit of Elves. They can't do a lot more than that. There you go, charging in. They might win, they might not actually win that necessarily. Well, like, go winning. They won't obviously win it. Numbers are just going to eventually run out of steam and die there. I think that's Dane wavering and breaking there. I don't know if he's actually dead, but he might be. Yeah, Iron Hills here still committing so much. Iron Hills and Aaron Mithrin have been just sold down the river here by Lindon. Lindon, you know, not really achieving a lot, but is at the same time is, if I can just show you, like, look at the reserves he has here. So many reserves they can send in. And he's just, you know, tying down two armies on his own. Over on this side here, the Elves, actually, the Woodland Realm have kind of been stalled. This is actually, I'd say, is probably the best bit of strategy here going by the Dwarves. They've actually managed to stall an entire Elven army. They don't really know what to do next. They've got pikes here waiting. They've used another Watchers of Miramir. I think they've used up a lot of their ammo. Probably enough, though, still, if they wanted to shoot through that pike unit. They've lost a lot of their pole arms, and they have lost like quite a lot of their shock. I haven't actually seen the general for the Woodland Realm. I don't know if that's a concern, really. But yeah, he's probably somewhere around it. I don't know. I feel like in this map you get very easily lost on where things are. But yeah, I can't see the Woodland Realm general. I presume it's like a Thranduil or something like that. If he's ended up dying early on, I will not be surprised. Yeah, I don't know where he is, to be honest. I'm not even going to try and hunt for him. Yeah, as you can see, getting into this map is a right pain. But yeah, with Imladris now arriving onto the flank here, he's able to just side shot all these Eremith and pikes and just about everything else in here. This is going to start to turn the fight in favour of the Elves. I mean, they should just, like, sink their teeth at the Elves into the flank here. Just send in the guards and just encircle this, kill it all off. I mean, also the Dwarves, they should be more aware of this and be falling stuff back. Like, they don't need to keep so many troops there. They are falling stuff back already. I think that because they are, yeah, they're falling back to the cap point. Jeez. Yeah, well done, Imladris, I guess, for, like, stopping the Dwarves from getting too much further back. Cav in here as well. How did these guys get in here? Maybe they've just been defending the cap point. They must have been. They're trying to capture it themselves. Look at that, the riders of Lindon just standing on top of the steps, guarding them. Looks pretty sick, to be fair. Oh, this is where the Woodland Realm's general is. Legolas. He's actually on the cap point with his Elven Palace guard. There he is, very bloodied up. I do love the bodyguard. They look really, really cool with their double-handed blades. Really cool unit. But yeah, this is weird struggle going on here. I mean, these Noldorian crossbows are, Noldorian swords are losing because they're fighting like so many crossbows, but they are killing so many of them as well. That's the extent in the guards. Like, Imladris has done a great job in this game. I mean, he's not really had to fight anyone properly, and he's also managed to cut off sort of any sort of escape to the final cap point, which is rate as well, because the dwarves stacking up there would have been just absolute carnage and just really cheesy. Like the dwarves, I don't think, or the elves, to be honest, you could argue, both sides. Neither side really came in with a plan. The elves kind of adapted the best and also took advantage of all the best situations, i.e., Iron Hill's not defending their flank. It isn't very much a sort of like a 3-corridor sort of battlefield. This one, you just fight here in this area. You fight sort of in the center here. Potentially, I mean, this is kind of turned into multiple choke points, but it's still very easy to defend. And then I'd say over this side is its own sort of theatre. This is one massive hall. I count this area as its own sort of theatre, defending that corner. As you can see, Lindon's through, I think, because the defenders have decided to fall back. Yeah, Eremith and Pikes are getting out of there. They finally reacted to the flank of Imladris, though Imladris has kind of ignored it now and is rushing to try and take out these last few units, trying to get back to the cap point. Pikes in, they are fighting in a phalanx and they are set up, but they're just in a really long column, so it just allows the Noldorian sword to get around them. Showing that that formation does matter in Total War. It's not just like, oh, you can slap them, whatever. It does actually matter a bit. Noldorian archers going in against dragon trackers. Trackers should win this. Saw this in the last Dawnless Days battle we showed off. Dragon trackers have swords and shields, and they're also tier 4, so they do actually win this fight. Yeah, I mean, both combat even. Dragon Trackers are a little bit banged up, but I think they should still win that. Who do we have in here? Oh, we do have the Dragon Tracker General actually in here as well. The Arid Mithrin. They have broken through those questions. I think they're also going to get Legolas and his bodyguard here. Not really engaged, but they also sort of are. They're kind of fighting one at a time. It's a bit messy there. As you can see, so many like Iron Hill like warriors here trying to get through. The Cav's still fighting. I think they are broken, I think. They're just getting cut down bit by bit. The Elves are nearly through. The guards and Lions have to turn around and deal with that, yeah, that Dragon Tracker. And there you go. Dragon Tracker's also beating the Noldorian archers as we suspected. There you go, Edmith and Pike's being routed. Over on this side here, Khazad Dum is being hard pressed. They are losing their pikes to archer fire. And they are being broken through here, but it's kind of just like blob decision making here by the Woodland Realm. It's just like, right, send everything in. Just fire everything out. As I keep saying to people, and for you fans of Total War, those that play it, don't send like 3 or 4 units in like this. Like that last Garland Blade at the back. I mean, it's fresh now, but it's not doing anything from being there. And if anything, you're just making a bigger target. In another game when there's artillery, that would be a prime target. Oh my gosh. Apparently that spot there hates my camera. But anyway, so yeah, you should do that. Also archers, big targets for archers. And it's just tiring it out. It's saying fresh now, but I think the elves never come off fresh. It's really hard to do so. We have some, I think these are some of Khazad Dum's troops there. Yeah, veterans of Khazad Dum surrounded by golden elves. Like in their little tight circle, which to be honest has already been breached. But it does look badass. I'll give it that. It looks really, really cool. And there you go. I think that's the veterans got rid of. Very, very nice. And it's just pretty much a defense over here now. It's just sort of like well, I say it's a dwarven defense, but it's now turning into an elven defense. The elves have actually managed to defeat the dwarves here. Most of the Arid Mithrans have gone. Also, the Iron Hills are all gone. Yeah, Legolas held out. Insane. But yeah, the Iron Hills having no general, that's obviously massively helped. Guards and Lodges are losing to Durin's Gate, and also maybe Durin's Old Mythical Guard might be slightly engaged. I don't know. This is Khazad Dum's general. Basically a Manchu claimer with a hammer as this unit. It's quite cool. Hammering away. Yeah, they're winning. They're tier 4. They're going to win a lot of those fights. The archers getting in there trying to help out. And they could do with a little bit of cav now, but that elven cavalry. They still be alive, just hammering ambush and stuff. Now that the battle's really open and lots of like separate one-on-one sort of melee fights going on, they could be won quite easily by cav, and the cav could just yeah, fight quite easily. We've got heavy skirmishers here. It's the Daredel Axlers. They're now holding the line. They've used all their javies or all their axes, so that's good. And they're now just trying to delay the Woodland Realm from joining the fight, joining their Elven kin. Yeah, a lot of these blades are now winded. And they're losing, actually. There's a lot of stuff in there that's all just losing. But to be fair, the Woodland Realm has just ignored it and just gone around this way instead. It looks like they had... So there's been a small fight here, but not like a major one. And they're just going to go that way instead. Or where the pathfinding's not allowing them to. That might be an issue. That might be an issue. Yeah, Lindon did a really good job. Pretty much intact. I'd say it's the most healthy of the Elven Kingdoms left. You can see Dragon Track is waving here at 98. It's never a good sign. Usually a sign that the battle is coming to a close. Yeah, breaking at 98. I think they were... Area Mithril might be spent, might be finished. As you can see here, Durin's Mithril Guard, Old Guard, whatever you want to call him. Durin's Old Mithril Guard. They're getting focused down by Noldorian archers. But yeah, that's about to die as Khazad Dum's generally just going to get focused down. There you go, it looks like the halls of Durin, Khazad Dum is going to fall to the Elves. In a very chaotic, very, I'd say, newbie game. Certainly. And when I say that, I meant newbie, not like newbie. But yeah, I feel like a lot of newbies, we'll have a look at the names like for a bit. I have a feeling it could be quite a lot of new players. I definitely feel like just, yeah, holding this hall here, if you can set up in it, is great. You can let the Elves in. You can force them back. I think the Dwarves have the capability to beat the Elves in a one-on-one. I think a choke point fight does work better for the Dwarves. But I think if you can sort of contain Lindon in this area, I think the Iron Hills could have got to containing Imladris over there. And then they could have sent troops over to support. I think Khazad Dum did the right thing in a way. He played sort of hit and run, but he then didn't hit when he needed to. Didn't hit the like the vanguard of the Woodland Realm, which made the difference. But yeah, this one was sent in by Flannel, who was playing as Lindon. So thank you very much, man. One of a newer player, I believe. And he seems to have done okay. I mean, he got some decent kills. 167 kills with his Noldorian swords here. 152 kills. 104 with the Noldorian spears. 208 with this one here. And 123 kills with Noldorian questions. Archers didn't do a lot. Don't think they got a lot of action, to be honest. And then we have Anonymous here, playing as Woodland Realm. 156 kills with his Legless here. His infantry, yeah, really suffered. Really didn't get a lot done at all, actually. 64 kills with the Gate Wardens. 79. 132 kills and 101 kills with his Lasgarden Archers, and his Lord's Lasgarden 132 kills. But yeah, Woodland Realm really battered up, that's for sure. And then we have Wala Axel playing as Imladris. 102 kills here with the Guards of Imladris. 187 kills with this Noldorian Swords here. 125 with another one. 170 kills. 175 kills with the Noldorian Archers. 176 kills another here. And 158 with this Noldorian Horseman. Then we have Cynical Uta playing as the Iron Hills. Yeah, not really got anything really with great kills. 98 with the Iron Fortress Guardians. But losing his general so early on just kind of screwed his game. And he just didn't defend his sector. He just kind of ended up just joining Ered Mithrin and holding theirs, which they were doing fine. I didn't think they were really... It didn't seem like Lindon was taking advantage of the gaps that Ered Mithrin wasn't plugging up. Then we have Young Glock playing as Khazad Dum. Probably did the best out of his team, out of his trio. 86 kills with his general before he just... kind of broke, I think, through mass routing. Champions in the Mountain, 122 kills. The rest, yeah, really suffered. I don't think they got a lot of kills. Probably got focused down quite a bit. His Spears and Foot, I think one of them got focused down quite a lot. Other one, I think, just broke with mass routing. 10 kills with the Veteran into Khazad Dum is awful, though. I'm surprised by that. Even if they were fighting, like, Noldorian swords. 171 kills with the Daredel Axe Throws is very good, though. Crossbows, 160 kills. 157 was definitely his best kills. I think it was his play all along, was just to try and shoot and be a pain for the Elves. Then we have Sergei Palowski defending as Ered Mithrin in the center. Did a decent job. Sergei's played a few times before. I'm surprised like he didn't hold his sector a little bit better. But yeah, rough kills for him. 87 kills. 140 with the dragon trackers there, 30 kills with his pikes. Yeah, rough. But I mean, you got to remember it's elves as well, I guess. But yeah, still rough kills nonetheless. But there you go. The elves have claimed Moria, and they are going to, I guess, turn it into maybe a new elven kingdom and make some mithril of their own. But yes, I hope if you want to see more Dawnless Days, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're around here, and a comment to show support, guys. It does really help out the channel. And if you want to send in any of your own replays, do send them into my Discord. The link is down below in the description. But until next time, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.